I go hard.
And Clarence.
Yo.
Be strong for mother.
Man, this is gonna be the best
Weeping duo.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be the best victory bell. Oh, I can't see it. Dang. I'll show it next time. But we're getting to another doubles match. And this, where is this at in the bracket?
This is losers.
This is what, like, but losers. Are losers quarters? Or?
I think it might be quarters.
Okay.
Yep, quarters.
Yeah. So losers quarters number 2.
That's right. We're gonna be seeing Gyo and iiGGY up against P2P with Gibus and Cosmos. Cosmos and Gibus actually lost in winner semis to Army and Curry. Which is why they're in losers quarters right now.
Wouldn't have lost if Gibus knew that was coming today. We teamed. I'm kind of salty and biased against the blue team because, as most of you probably know, Gibus and I are static doubles partners. But I had been on a hiatus for a little bit, so Gibus wanted to team with Cosmos today because Cosmos didn't have his doubles partner, and Gibus had no idea I was coming. I kind of just showed up.
I saw Cosmos actually ask Gibus on Twitter.
I was super upset. I should have just let him know. But yeah, so this is it's really interesting to see the dynamic with Greninja and Torrent. I believe that Gibus was playing Lucario earlier in the bracket, but I think Cosmos just didn't know how to work around the crazy aura that is Lucario, so it kind of switches up to Greninja, which I like this change.
Yeah, the consistency. While the Anubis strategy is very scary to deal with, it may not be necessarily as consistent as the Greninja pick here.
Yeah.
So whenever you're playing with Gibus, what is he so good at?
So I want to say he's really good at confirming kills. But most of the time when I'm playing with Gibus, he likes to go towards Lucario because my Kirby covers his Lucario so well. But when it comes to his Greninja, he does a really good job of racking up percent and then finding those good moments to take the stocks. As we're going to see him try to do. Right now, I think it's a stock tank. However, Bayonetta is not going to have any of that back air coming out and taking the first stock. Blue team at a stock deficit right now.
But a serious percent lead. Gibus, you're so right. He's great at finding those moments and cutting up those stock leads.
Ooh, once again, he finds those sweet moments, taking out 2 stocks back-to-back with that up smash. And he's going to keep throwing it out as long as it'll keep hitting. Green team putting themselves in these bad aerial positionings. But we need to watch out for Gibus. 2 stocks already gone. Could be another 2.
And Bayonetta, really strikes me at times as like that Falcon-esque character.
Yeah.
In the one-on-ones, she's great. But whenever it comes to that team's format, do you really have that time to go for those long strings?
And I think that's where a different play style comes into mind. You know, you're not worried so much about racking up combos. You're worried more about getting those hits in. And then it's even better, as we're kind of seeing here, is having a teammate who's really good at keeping the other teammate on the other side at bay for you to start these combos, as we're seeing right now.
It's almost like just give me the space I need so I can do what I need to do.
Yeah, you give me my breathing room and I'll give you another tipper up smash coming in from Gibus. He's been so solid at confirming those this entire game, and it's going to put his team in a very solid lead right now.
Meanwhile, Gio, a perfectly executed edge guard sequence, but Cosmos gets his retribution. Chomp, and now a 2v1. They're going to do some silly things with this Nair from Gibus. I already know.
Yeah. The footstool combos are going to start. Gibus 100% looking for it. He's going to find his moment. Cosmos doing a really good job of just... Was that intentional?
No way.
I think that shuriken was intentional because Cosmos immediately threw out the puncture. I think that's intentional. I think we're going to see some shenanigans later on, and I'm excited for them. Blue team just trying to take this stock. Wow. iiGGY a bit too slow on the punish there.
Yeah, and it's scary though, especially with Bayonetta in doubles.
Yeah.
You get the witch time, true, but especially in the 2v1s, do you have the time to capitalize without getting punished yourself?
Very true. An up smash right there would have put him in way too much hit lag, would have gotten hit. As we know, Cosmos perfect at getting those tipper spots on that Dragon Lunge. So any position where you're in high lag, which Bayonetta, all of her moves put her in a very decent amount of lag, you need to be careful. You could possibly see a character switch coming in from iiGGY. He's sitting there, he's thinking. Rosalina is another character he has. Deep 3, another character he has. We may not be seeing this Bayonetta continue, but you see him talking into Gyo's ear. Gyo possibly with a character switch. I mean, honestly, I feel like we didn't touch on much of Gyo at all that last game. When he was doing a lot of very solid things, he was doing a great job of keeping the blue team at bay, letting Iggy start his game. Iggy's game may change in this next one. And so may Gyo's, hovering over other characters.
He has a lot. We saw the... we've seen so many different characters. Luigi, whenever he was playing against Jason. We saw the Villager. We saw the Rob, of course, that he's definitely the most known for.
Yeah.
But even at times, he's got weird picks like Lucina.
Yeah. Gyo is like our anti in DFW. He has a bunch of characters that he plays very strongly at a high level, and you never know what he can pull out. He's hovering over Villager right now.
Wait.
Mega Man and Villager.
Wow, I have seen Iggy play at Shockwave for a long time. I have never seen this Mega Man.
He has a Mega Man. I forgot to allude to this. He in Wi-Fi, he plays Mega Man all the time. At home, he practices Mega Man all the time. He's been trying to pick up a Mega Man, seeing these top-tier Mega Mans like
Scat and Kamemushi.
Yeah, like thank you.
I mean, that's it. That's it. I mean,
yeah.
When we saw Kamemushi, he was able to get second place at EVO this year, just surprising everyone with these insane sequences, in particular off of the footstool out of shield. That's going to be a really, really strong point for him.
Yeah, but as you were talking in that last game, we go from that footstool up to combo. We go to this position where these combo-oriented characters can't excel as much in these doubles situations.
Yeah.
And that's where Gyo's going to come into play. Once again, keeping the other team at bay, allowing these combos to start, allowing Iggy to start this damage up. So I'm really excited to see how the green team takes advantage of this character swap.
And while Mega Man does have some pretty fun combos to look at, he's very flexible. He can play the range game, he can play the incremental game. It's not just about like those long combo sequences necessarily.
Yeah, what I'm most excited to see is the pocket come into play here, because that pocket's going to be so important for I think the green team's combo potential, kill potential as well. Stop going off of Mega Man right now.
Do you think that we might see potentially Gyo pocketing Iggy's forward smash?
Yeah, I think that's going to be very crucial in sealing a lot of damage for the green team and sealing stocks. As we've seen the blue team being very aggressive, not allowing them to get into position where that pocket can come into play. But I think it's going to be very crucial in these later stocks, and we're going to see how they're able to position themselves to where the pocket comes into play, if they even decide to use it. They're doing pretty great right now, not even utilizing the pocket at all.
Stock count again tied, but Cosmos seeks to correct that mistake.
Wow, what an up air.
He's just doing it all right now, just keeping all of the stocks, getting the KOs as well.
Yeah, 117%. Green team's going to be looking to take off the stock. Gibus still going for those anti-air options with that up smash, as Corrin is carried off the stage, barely able to make it back. Gyo's done a really phenomenal job of maintaining his stage control, which you need to do as a Villager player. Is that going to be it?
Definitely, but Gibus, wow, goes 2 for 1.
Oh, man.
And that was the perfect punish. What we saw there was Gibus trying to get the save. Instead, ends up losing his stock in the process as well. Cosmos charges up the F smash, ends up getting the KO. And now, a very even game all across the board.
Wow. The blue team is just doing a really good, and they're keeping themselves spaced out. I love how they're keeping to their respective sides of the stage and allowing these 1v1s to happen. Wow. Villagers have amazing recovery, is going to let him safe, but Cosmos is such an animal when he's off the stage. As we've seen multiple times, he is not afraid to put himself in these dangerous positions where he can throw it right there. Who does that?
Cosmos does that. He did it last week, and Iggy said, you know what? I've seen this trick before. I'm not going to fall for it. Oh, big up smash. Getting some decent damage.
What? He countered the up air and then fell down and was still able to get a hit onto Iggy. Wow.
That's a true character master, where you see all of the moves. It doesn't matter how often he uses certain moves, but just understanding he can use every tool as he needs to, as these situations present themselves. Oh.
Wow, not dying. Cosmos back onto the stage. Green team still unable to take off these stocks.
Not a sweet spot on the up tilt either.
Wow, they're going to be looking to take a stock.
And
wow.
They do. That was an up air into a back air. The whirlwind into the Sour Skittles combo. Cosmos swiping furiously.
Wow, practically a completely even game. Wow, what a follow-up from Gibus is going to put the blue team in the lead in these 2v1 situations. I think Villager is probably one of the best characters in the game to deal with a 2v. Wow! Gibus not paying attention, falls right onto the Lloyd Rocket. This is a 1v1 situation. Do we have any information on how these two have placed together in tournament while they have, whether it's a record against each other?
Let me do it this way. Kyo is great, but Cosmos is a god. Whenever it comes to Shockwaves, he either gets first place, or I believe his worst placing since picking up corn was something like 5th.
Yeah.
Gio has great moments where he himself has taken some Shockwaves as well, but he doesn't have that same level. But wow! A massive play! What a stage spike coming out from Gio in order to clutch things out. Even though he may not have the record against Cosmos, what he has demonstrated throughout the series is great edge guarding potential, and that's exactly what we saw there.
Yes, that entire game, Gil had done such a phenomenal job of getting Cosmos off the stage and then not allowing him to return such amazing edge guards coming into play from Gyo. Definitely showed strong in the last moments of that game, and we'll see if it shows strong once again in game 3. Possible characters. Okay, there's like, we want to be red.
Go for the same. iiGGY, the unorthodox pick to Mega Man, actually working out very well. With the Bayonetta pick, it felt like it was just too much commitment whenever it came to getting the KOs. But with Mega Man, just these quick little aerials, we're noticing the back air, and then immediately just disengaging, trying to get the opponents off of your teammate.
Yeah. And towards the end of that last game, we saw a lot more tree play from Gyo. He was more than content with setting up a tree, just knocking it down, or just having it there to be intimidating. He starts out the game with it, not able to get anything from it, but it's going to be a factor that I think will have a big part in how these stocks are taken and how the red team sets up positioning on the stage.
Cosmos, a big bite to take the first. Oh, just kidding.
Mega Man's heavy.
You're absolutely right. I'm so used to seeing that bite being that go-to option, but the F smash will certainly do it. And great spacing from Cosmos again. Not only is he standing around and ensuring that he has control over that center stage area, but he's also being able to max range with his tipper attacks.
Exactly, and we're kind of going back into this 1v1 situation. Both teams are really content. Gibus is so good at stealing those stocks. I just don't. He has like a flow chart of what he can do. It's like most of the time he expects the air dodge. Some of the time he expects the jump, and it's so good how he can. This is his opponent to go for an option like an air dodge like that, and then he just sits there and charges that smash. And you're just like, oh crap! I already pressed the button.
It was brilliant too. Because whenever Gibus generally goes for the smash attack, what he ends up doing, hang on, forget about the analysis. That DBZ sequence was ridiculous. How did Gibus lose the stock at the end? Doesn't matter. Quick to go and close one out himself.
Oh, man.
And now a single stock difference all of a sudden becomes 2. Wow. Red fighting valiantly, but they're going to need a couple more miraculous stage spikes in order to get back into this game.
Cosmos has done a really good job. At the beginning of every single game so far, he's been the stank talk.
The stank top?
The stank talk.
I mean, he is doing them dirty. You're absolutely right, man.
The stock tank for the blue team, still not losing his stock. Gibus doing a pretty good job of compensating for his lack of one stock with taking so many of his own from the red team.
This is when you look to the Uncle Iroh, right? You got to break his root. Cosmos has been able to be the stock tank here because he's just so firmly planted in these areas, right? And he's able to make the most of the long range he possesses. What they need to do is just keep Cosmos off stage and then constantly pester with the aerials off stage in order to ensure he can't make it back. And that's what Gio was trying to do with the down air. The recovery option, however, preventing him from getting the edge guard he needed.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about it the last game. Gio did such a phenomenal job of edge guarding against Cosmos, but in this game, he hasn't really gotten the opportunity. Other than there, Gibus coming in for the save. Have great awareness, almost losing a stock of his own, but keeping that Hydro Pump well placed so he can get back. However, iiGGY is not going to let that go away. He's going to be able to take off that first stock finally from Cosmos.
And you're absolutely right. Going off stage to save your teammate, it's a smart play, but at the end of the day, it's still a commitment. iiGGY DIing out, and it ends up being just Gibus who receives that F smash. High percentages, even though the stocks are tied. We do have Mega Man, of course, being on the heavier side. He's survived a fair brunt of the attacks from Cosmos, but probably can't take another strong hit after this point.
Oh, yeah. I would not doubt the next back air from even iiGGY. Could you take a stock out from Greninja?
That's true. Back throw.
Wow, charging. That's the first time I've actually seen him charge up that forward smash. Not getting anything out of it, but it's something to it's to put a little bit of fear into the mind of the blue team.
And poor Gibus somehow finds his way on the receiving end of these last frame rockets, right?
Right. That first game, that was such a crazy moment.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Oh, wow.
Is that gonna? Wow.
The edge guards again, just breaking the root. forcing Cosmos off stage and then capitalizing with the edge guards. Meanwhile, wait a minute. How did this game just go so drastically wrong? Those two huge KO options end up making this a 2v1 with Cosmos having to fight back from the deficit now.
And like I said, Cosmos is the guy. Cosmos is a really good player, but is he good enough to take 3 stocks?
Well, that's one.
That is one, and
that
okay,
almost
it's not 2.
was 2. The share stock coming out now.
Oh, he tried to go for 2. Oh, is his jump's gone? That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Pixels away from the recovery. And just those 2 back-breaking plays off of the ledge were what sealed it.
Yeah.
Just breaking the ground control that Cosmos had, forcing him on the back foot, and then just going for the heel. Going for the throat.
Yeah.
Again and again. Right there. Perfect play from Red.
Yeah, he overextended, put himself in a bad position. Gil drops down with the fair, and that's just it. That's all she wrote. The jump was gone. The stock was sealed. Red team going into loser semis.
Just look at the option coverage as well, right?
Yeah, right?
Brilliant.
Like, he dropped down. He waited for the jump to happen, and then he jumped up and got the fair. Such smart stuff from Gyo. He's like I said, that entire set, he had done such a phenomenal job of edge guarding against Cosmos. Once that root had been uplifted, taken off the stage, both him and iiGGY just did such a phenomenal job of making sure that once the root was gone, that it wasn't going to be replanted, it wasn't going to be stuck back into that ground as much as it had been.